Operation Planet Serpo. Based on the debriefing of the Serpo team and the diary of the expedition's commander. 1965, a UFO lands at a Nevada test site north of Las Vegas. Met by military officials, they find out gray aliens were outside their ship and offering communication with human soldiers. Months go by trying to communicate with humans. President John Kennedy was summoned to the local base. Once the aliens became able to communicate, they stated their communication device was broken and they offered us a chance to fix it. The US government was able to fix the device. However, President Kennedy wanted the aliens, now known as Ebens from Zeta Reticuli, their technology, but the Ebens refused to teach the technology. An exchange program was worked out. 12 Ebens would stay on Earth for 12 years, and 12 human astronauts would live on Serpo 39 light-years away for 12 years also, plus 10 months travel time by wormhole travel. US astronauts were trained military and were given weapons, but the deal was to leave them in an armory on the ship once docked on Serpo. Once the astronauts landed on Serpo, one astronaut became sick on entry to the planet. He was rushed to the Eben sick bay where hours passed, and no word of his improving condition. The human captain lost patience and told the head Eben if they didn't get access, they were going to the armory and force their way into the sick bay. The head Eben said the humans needed to stay calm and they would get to see the body, but told the humans that the soldier had passed away. Astronauts demanded to see his body and desired to give him an earthly burial. The Ebens refused and said they can't, because they had already started harvesting the body parts for genetic gene splicing with their genes to make a slave organism. They didn't see anything wrong with what they were doing. They did this with other organisms. The captain said this was not in the agreements and would go to the armory and retrieve their weapons to force their way into the sick bay once again. The Ebens volunteered to take them to the body for retrieval and prepared burial. The outside doors opened, and the humans saw a desert wasteland similar to a New Mexico landscape. It was rich in oxygen and 107 degrees. The Ebens told the commander he could bury the body and said he had died from an embolism from the rough entry onto the planet. The humans noticed day after day they were receiving too much radiation. You see, Serpo has 2 suns, and one sun is slightly cooler. The astronauts also wanted meat because the Ebens food was plant-based and tasted chalky. So the Ebens allowed them to hunt and eat a local animal similar to an earthly rhino. One astronaut said it tasted like bear meat, something he had eaten before. The rest were satisfied with the harvested meat. By now they realized the Ebens have a very different set of morals than humans. The Ebens told the humans that they could move to a cooler side of the planet. Once they got there, it was a lot cooler, mountainous and moist, and much better suited landscape to remain the rest of their years on Serpo. By now it's 1977, and the astronauts returned home to Earth. They were glad to be back home. The astronauts shared their experiences on Serpo, and they explained the Ebens were advanced in technology. However, they curiously still lived in hovels in a desert region and believed the Ebens have an evil side, but they respected their wishes and customs. Their weapons were only used for hunting purposes. The program was dissolved, but we now know why the Ebens liked harvesting our bovine population. If you like this story, you can find the book called Secret Journey to Serpo, a true story of interplanetary travel by Len Kasten. Len Kasten claims he was the astronaut captain in the story. The government hasn't admitted or denied the, quote, first-hand story. Believing is up to you or not. Thanks for watching. Visit our online store on Etsy store Enigma Trip. In store https://Etsy.com.